Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to Let's Play Don't Starve. We return to Wilson and my embarrassing performance of last recording. If I recall, I thought that there would be some lit torches down in the plains, and they were not lit, and the pigs were were-pigs. And we just died. So, as you can see, the consequences of death were not too terrible for us because we had a touchstone active. However, we are in kind of a predicament now because all of our stats are junk, and we also are low on sanity. Well, that's one of our stats as well. But we're also just, we lost some time, and time is very important in this game. So what I want to look for are some flowers that we can pick to restore our sanity somewhat. We are wearing a garland already, which is nice. So I think I'm going to take a little detour up to this area. There's a beehive there, which means that there are going to be flowers relatively close by. So let's head up this way. As we can gather a couple of twigs for its full staff. I really want to get our sanity back up to something reasonable before nightfall. And by reasonable, I mean 160 plus, if we can. Forget, does this restore sanity? Yes, it does. Excellent. Okay. So, that's a help. Our jerky that we have dried on the racks can be used to speed up that process. But I'd rather use the available resources to me rather than our longer-term resources. We might need this much later than we need it. Okay. And we can collect these berries. It's nice filler for our crock-pot recipes. We want to have plenty of that to gobbler. Those are pretty hard to catch. I generally don't bother to try. Oh, interesting. Did we already know about this? I don't think so. We found the ring thing. There's no good way of marking this location, but it's going to be a long time before we care about that anyway. So, we'll just leave it there. There's a machine. We'll leave it at that. I don't want to spoil that part of the game for you. I actually haven't experienced it myself, so I certainly won't pretend to have first-hand knowledge of what happens with that part. Anyway, we can combine this monster meat. That's convenient. Wanting to get enough flowers, ideally, for another garland. This one is starting to become a little stale, and this bee is so sad. We're picking all the flowers right out from underneath it. Okay, we only need one more flower. In fact, we could just follow the bees. Okay, so we've got several beehives up here. This is really nice. This is not going to necessarily be useful to us right this second, but it will be eventually. We will want to build bee boxes. Bee boxes, yeah. Near our base. Bee boxes near our base. Oh, I can make it even harder. Bee boxes by our base. Say that 5 times fast. Alright, so this just loops around. This is just a lasso road. Here's that gobbler jerk. They just run around and eat all the berries they can find. They have a random there are random spawn from berry bushes, or rather there's a certain % chance that they will spawn. It's not truly random. Very few things are. Well, that's not true. There are many fewer truly random things than people think there are. People tend to... Oh, some more pigs! And spiders. That's nice. Okay, so do we have... We're not going to be caught unawares again. I don't want to suffer such an ignominious death. Let me just whatever. Can't carry any more, so let's get rid of these grass tufts. Want to ignore these spiders for the time being and get enough. Oh, we have enough for a campfire. Let's do it. Let's just get some extra logs just in case. Okay. So that's good. What is that? I don't recognize that symbol. Oh, it's the walrus camp, right. I think in the winter, walruses show up. Where is the red? Okay, so we could actually take this back to our camp, which I kind of like. Maybe explore this area a little more, and then take that back tomorrow morning. I think that's a better idea. Marble we got from the touchstone exploding. Oh, I forgot about the fire staff. I probably could have set the hounds on fire and avoided my grisly fate. But, I mean, there's no use crying about it. I died. It happens frequently in this game, especially early on. And even though I'm an experienced player, I make mistakes, and I also suffer from hubris frequently. I'm so hungry. Fire. Actually, I really don't care. I know I'm wasting resources there. Let's just use that for a second while we swap these out. Let's just add fuel there and roast some carrots. I changed my mind again, and I do want to stick around here and not try to make it back. Just quite yet. We'll just roast these carrots and eat them. I mean, it's kind of burning some filler, but at the same time, it's not the worst thing in the world. And that gets us back to full health and a reasonable amount of, gets us back to fullness and a reasonable amount of health. This is enough where we can, I guess, survive if the hounds attack, which they won't for several days. Early on, the hounds do not appear that frequently. But later, oh my, later they do. They will. I think I want to maybe dig up a couple of these graves. I don't have a lot of inventory space, but what is that? A life-giving amulet. I believe that you can wear that, and it. I have meatballs as well. Gosh, an embarrassment of riches. There's a pond. We can go fishing there. I'm trying to think of what I want to get rid of. Oh, we can give. No, not that much monster meat to the pig. We can give some monster meat to each of these pigs. And then have them start chopping down trees for us. Where's the other thing? And we will equip this axe. Where is it? Is there another pig? No. Alright. I'm getting a phone call, dear viewers, and must stop for now. But we will return soon.